So you want to go to Vietnam, huh? Well, come along, follow me, because I'm going. First thing you need to do is, before you plan, it's not like Thailand. Thailand is a visa on arrival. You're good to go for 90 days there. Vietnam, not so much. You need to get a visa before you go. Before you get that, though, your passport has to have at least 6 months past, so it's not expiring within the next 6 months. Otherwise, they won't give you a visa. So make sure your passport is up to date, and then you apply for your visa. It's $25 for a 90-day visa, or it's $50 for a 90-day multiple entry. If you're going and coming, you can do that as well. So it's real easy. You just fill out the Vietnamese immigration form. You'll need your passport photo, the picture of your front page from your passport, and just your photo on a white background like you would for a passport. You're going to send that in. You're going to need the address on where you're staying. I just put the first hotel that I booked. Oh, that reminds me. I am not booking every hotel that I'm staying now. I am booking along the way. If I would have done something different when I went to Thailand, I would have done that. I would have booked along the way. Although I'm not complaining about any of what I did, it just gives you more flexibility to where, if you want to stay someplace an extra day or two or whatever, maybe I want to stay on Phu Quoc, the island, for, an extra week or something. If I don't have anything already booked, I can do what I want to do. So anyways, I would recommend that because there's absolutely a glut of accommodations. And here's the thing, you can find accommodations. If you want to be, I'm a budget traveler. But if you want to be like super budget traveler, you can book a room. I've seen them for as low as $6 and $7 a night. That might share a bathroom, but you have a place to stay. It's crazy. I think the cheapest place that I stayed at in Thailand was $15 a night. I would not stay there again. What I found is the lower the rate, the harder the bed. And for me, I need a softer bed. I do not do well on a real firm mattress, which they are super firm. So got to keep that in mind. But here's the other thing. If you're like, well, I'm not a budget traveler, I'm not staying in a $7 hotel or a hostel or even a $30. Like, my most expensive hotel in Ho Chi Minh City is like $50 a night. And it's got a rooftop pool. It's got breakfast included. It's a nice hotel, right? So what was I saying? And that right there is the forgetful tourist. Can't remember what I was saying. Oh, so you can stay as low as $7, right? That's crazy to even say that. To $20, $30, $50 a night. Nice hotels. To, you want to spend $2,000 a night on a hotel? They have that too. You can do absolutely anything. You can spend as much or as little as you want. So, on your visa, there are some countries that are exempt. If you come from the UK, France, Italy, Spain, Japan, they all have varying lengths of stay from, I think it was 25, 30, 45, 90 days, just depending. Check where you're from because you need to make sure before you get there. Contact your credit cards. I contacted my credit cards, let them know every stop that I was making from Chicago, San Francisco, Taiwan, Vietnam, Korea, all the way back home, so that they know wherever I'm using my card, it's me. The other thing I did with my cards, though, I took a picture of the back of my credit card so that I had the account number and the phone number in case I lost my wallet or got stolen or something happened. I can still call my credit card company if I have my phone and let them know that. I guess even if I don't, because it's in the cloud. So that's something I'd recommend. The other thing is on credit cards, before I went to Thailand, I did a lot of research. And I was really prepared. I'm super prepared to go to Vietnam as well. But I also have a guide now, so that will be super helpful too. But when I went to Thailand, one of the things that I got was a Charles Schwab debit card. Now, it didn't cost me anything. I don't use it for anything other than travel, but I just put money into that account. And what's great about it is there's no transactions fees, there's no ATM fees, there's no conversion fees. They charge all that, right? The ATM does, but Charles Schwab will reimburse you at the end of the month for whatever fees were taken out at the ATM. So you're not out anything. It's a great deal. I'd absolutely recommend it because there are ATMs everywhere. Thailand, Vietnam, not a problem. And when you get money out, probably take out more money, not smaller amounts, because those transaction fees will get you. But if you have a Charles Schwab card, you're going to get reimbursed whatever they are anyway. So do that. I'd recommend that. Couple things that you should know. Cash is still king, especially in a lot of places. If you eat street food, markets, some stuff, you're going to want to just have cash. I'm taking some cash with me, but mostly I'll be withdrawing from the ATM. But I'm taking cash, and I'm taking $100 bills because you get a better exchange rate on a bigger, crisp bill. So don't bring your ratty $20 bills that you've been using. Go to the bank, get some hundreds. It's a much easier transaction when you go to get that money switched over. Couple necessary apps to download. Grab. It's like Uber. It's like Uber Eats and Uber. You can order food while you're over there and have it delivered. You can get rides. When I was in Thailand, one of the funnest things that I did, honestly, was riding. It's also one of the scariest things, was riding on the back of a motorcycle through Bangkok. It's crazy, but it was absolutely enjoyable, and I'm so glad I did it. And it's super cheap to get around, like $1 or $2 to get around the city on the back of a motorcycle. So you can do that. You can hire a car. You can hire, an SUV, a van, whatever you need, and then the prices just go up. But on the back of a motorcycle, it's the cheapest way to get around. So you're going to want to download Grab, Google Translate, which will be helpful. Although if you're in the main areas of cities, tons of expats here, super safe. English is readily available, although I think still having Google Translate will be good. And if you want to explore some off the path, that's what I want to do, right? You're going to need to have some language somehow. So I recommend that. Booking.com. I book almost all of my hotels and stuff through Booking. I just like it. It's just my thing. But I use my card for that too. And then Klook, Klook. If you're not familiar with that, you can different things that are happening in town. You can buy tickets to wherever you want to go to for that. What I got it for was a fast pass when I fly into Ho Chi Minh City. So it cost me like $25, $27, something like that. And somebody is going to meet me when I get off the plane, hustle me through immigration and customs and get me out of that mess as fast as I can. For the $26, $27, it was absolutely worth it to me. Plus the fact that, by the way, everything is super cheap over there. So I can afford to kind of ball it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? On some of those things. And then the last thing I would say is get on a Facebook group for wherever you're going. Connect with expats, connect with locals. Man, almost all of my Facebook feed is all stuff from Vietnam. Phu Quoc, Da Nang, Ho Chi Minh, Vung Tau, Hoi An, Hue, all cities that I'm going to, where I just get information. I get the 3 I's. I get information, I get inspiration, and I get invigoration. So I get information about things that I never even knew that were there. I get inspiration because I'm just like, I want to do this, and then I get invigoration, like, well, that hasn't been hard, because I am like super pumped. If you can't tell, I'm either on cocaine, just kidding, or I am about ready to jump out of my skin because I can't wait to go. Lastly, a phone card. So I got an eSIM through Airolo. It's AIRALO. And you can download an eSIM for wherever you're going in the world. I got mine for a month for 10 gig for $21 total. So the minute my plane lands, I've got signal. I'm going to connect with my friend, and then I will also have everything I need for getting around. So I would recommend something like that. And then just extra credit for you. Let me just say this. Go on a trip. Do something. Whether it's a missions trip or vacation, get out of your normal circle. There's so much more to this world than you've seen. If you've never been out of the country, it's amazing. God has made amazing places, amazing people, amazing food, amazing experiences everywhere. So maybe it's Vietnam like me. Go. Book a trip today. Don't wait. Don't wait. Book it. And I thought I would kind of wet the whistle a little bit and get us in the mood for some Vietnam. So here's some facts that I thought maybe you would like. A lot of people have said, why would you want to go to Vietnam? All they have in their head is this idea from war movies. I'm telling you, it's as modernized as everything that we have here. It's just different. But honestly, I like the different. So super pumped. A couple of interesting facts. One, the country of Vietnam is shaped like an S. So you kind of miss it, but it kind of comes down around Laos, Cambodia, and then Thailand is off to the west a little bit. And then you've got Malaysia to the south. And just to give you some context to how long or big the country is, the coastline is about the same distance as Minneapolis is to Miami. So that's how much coastline, which I'm super pumped about because I'm going to a beach and I can't wait. So they have the world's largest cave that was discovered about 15 years ago. Actually, I think it was discovered a little longer than that ago, but about 15 years ago, I think they opened it up for tourism. And literally, it's got its own ecosystem. You could fit a skyscraper inside of this thing. That's how big the cave is. It's pretty amazing. It's called the Song Dong Cave. They are a coffee powerhouse. They're the second largest exporter of coffee beans in the world, behind Brazil. But their primary coffee is Robusta beans versus Arabica, which Robusta have a more caffeinated bean, and therefore it's a stronger coffee. I'm not a huge coffee guy necessarily. I like coffee, but there are some coffee freaks out there. I've got friends like that. You know who you are. But I'm totally excited to try some of the different coffees. There's all kinds of coffees too. Salt coffee, egg coffee, coconut coffee, yogurt coffee, if I remember one. Don't remember all the other ones. There's like 6 or 7 different types of coffees. So I'm going to do a whole series on coffee. It's a motorbike nation. There's 50 million plus motorbikes registered in a country of 100 million people. That's a motorbike for almost every other person. It's crazy. And crossing the road with so many motorbikes is an adventure. So we'll see that together. Tet is Vietnam's biggest holiday of the year. It is their New Year, which goes with the lunar calendar. The thing about Tet is it's different feeling, I believe, than our holidays. And the reason why I say that is because it's like Christmas, New Year's, Easter, 4th of July, your birthday, all rolled up into one for New Year's, their New Year's. And families come home. The country kind of shuts down for a few days, almost a week, as everybody is celebrating Tet. So you get your stuff done beforehand. So it's a big celebration. I'm hoping to be there next year for Tet. I'm pretty excited about that. And it's just a great time for family reunions, family to be together. What are some other interesting facts about this. Fish sauce is a cornerstone for Vietnamese cooking. I'm not a huge fish guy, which is crazy because I'm going to a place where has some of the best seafood and food in the world, but I'm going to eat more of it. But fish sauce is one of those things. They love their fish sauce. And truthfully, what else can I say? The food is amazing. Uh, I can't wait. I'm going to eat my body weight probably in banh mi's. Um, Pho bo, which is beef pho. I'm super pumped. I love that. And then there are so many different recipes and dishes and things that I'm going to try. I'm going to do a whole series on food, um, specialties to each city that I go to, because even in Vietnam, the food is rapidly or wildly different, just like it is in the south to the north. Um, they're just different recipes down south from what we got up north. And so, super pumped about that. The language is tonal, it's got 6 tones. If I showed you a keyboard for Vietnamese, your head would explode. Mine did. It just barely got put back together. It's crazy. My Vietnamese pronunciation is so horrible, but I try. So, yeah. And then maybe lastly, I mean, the women are gorgeous. It's not a bad place to go. That's all I'm saying. Well, you'll see on the journey with me, I'm going to fly into Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City. I'm going to go to an island called Phu Quoc. I'm going to go to Da Nang. I'm going to Hoi An, the ancient town. I'm super pumped about that. I'm going to Hue, which is the last imperial city. I think I pronounced it Hue before, but it's Hue. And tons of history there. Back to Saigon, go to Vung Tau, which is a coastal city right outside of Saigon, about 2 hours. They have the second largest Christ the Redeemer statue, if you know the one from Rio in Brazil, overlooking the ocean. Big statue of Jesus with his arms stretched out. They have one in Vung Tau, and I'm super pumped about going to see that. So I will see you in Vietnam, and I hope you come along on the journey with me.